Hello, this is Ahalya V and Nandini P from Realtech High-Tech Engineering College from the Department of Information Technology. Here, we are here to present a project on combination fingerprint template generation using multi-biometric system. Abstract. Fingerprint security nowadays is less secure. For making it more secure and not hackable, we use another method. During enrollment, two fingerprints are scanned from two different fingers. From those captured fingerprints, extract the minute positions from one fingerprint and the orientation from the other fingerprint. Using these fingerprints and coding developed for this purpose idea, we create a combined minute template and store it in a database. When it comes for authentication, we should use the same fingers for enrollment. Then, the two-stage fingerprint matching process takes place as it is proposed for matching the two query fingerprints against a combined minute template. Objective of the project: to generate a minute base template from two different fingerprint templates for providing a secure authentication scheme for bank locker access. To overcome the existing security problems in fingerprints, the main objective of this system is to prevent a hacker to compromise privacy of users or biometric data in the database and not necessarily to the act by passing off the biometric authentication itself. Literature survey: global and local feature-based transformations for fingerprint and data protection. Paper number 2: secure and efficient protocols for iris and fingerprint identification. Paper number 3: fingerprints template protection from theory to practice. Paper number 4: biometrics of next generation. Paper number 5: privacy leakage with production measures the growing disconnect. Existing system: some of the existing methodologies make use of the key for the fingerprint privacy protection, which creates some problems. It may also be vulnerable when both the key and protected fingerprint are hacked. The user identity may be compromised when both the key and the protected thin fingerprint are hacked. To implement fuzzy algorithm on the minute, this is vulnerable to the key inversion attack. Two separate databases are maintained. That is not possible for same applications. Disadvantages: easy vulnerable to hack. Authorized person data may be stolen easily. Traditional approach is based on the key only. Proposed system: a novel system for protecting fingerprint privacy by combining two different fingerprints to a new identity. During the enrollment, the system captures the fingerprints from two different fingers. A combined minute template generation algorithm to create a combined minute template from the two fingerprints. In such a template, the minute positions are extracted from one fingerprint while the minute directions depend on the orientation of the other fingerprint and some coding strategies. The template will be stored in a database for authentication, which requires two query fingerprints. A two-stage fingerprint matching process is further proposed for matching the two query fingerprints against a combined minute template. By using the combined minute template, the complete minute feature of a single fingerprint will not be compromised when the database is stolen. In addition, the combined minute template share a similar topology to the original minute templates. It can be converted into a real look-like combined fingerprint by using an existing finger reconstruction approach. Advantage: this approach have very low error rate, difficult to distinguish minute templates. Security and privacy will be high. It cannot possible for the hacker to hack the data easily. System architecture: software requirements, hardware requirements. Implementation modules: user enrollment, compressed template generation, server authentication, access user information. User enrollment: this module mainly used for user registration process, and they need to provide information such as username, password, address, phone number, image, fingerprint info, security question, answer, locker details, and the server can maintain the details in their database separately. No need of two different data. Compressed template generation: User provides two different fingers and the combination is generated from the combined fingerprint for a given whole fingerprint. Divide it into small blocks and call patches. Use the method of sparse representation to obtain the coefficients. The effects on actual fingerprint matching on recognition is investigated. Server authentication. This module mainly used to authenticate the user login info details provided by the user will be matched with an existing database and specially fingerprint info. The fingerprint enrollment process, again the 2 points are extracted and then the matching the two templates with the database. If it matches, then the user is an authenticated person can access the data. Otherwise, user is not authenticated user and can be denied by accessing the details. Access user information. The user can access their information if they want to view the details, and the updating they want to do their information means they provide their updating info to the server, and in turn server can update the user information. The users access the details at many times. This will provide a high enough security to the user details. The user data will be more and more secure. Unauthorized user cannot be able to get the details. Result: process selection, admin page, login page, registration, enrollment app, authentication enrollment, locker page. Conclusion: a proposed idea for fingerprint privacy protection by combining two fingerprints into a new identity. During enrollment, the system captures two fingerprints from two different fingers. A combined minute template containing only a partial minute features of each of the two fingerprints will be generated and sorted in a database. To create the combined fingerprints look real as an original minute template, three different coding techniques are introduced during the combined minute template generation process. In this authentication process, two query fingerprints from the same two fingers are needed for enrollment. Future enhancement: the authentication of user information by using the security question and answer provided by the user during registration. In case of wounded fingerprint, information will be gathered and updated to the database. It will provide more security to the user data. Reference. Thank you.